Hello everybody. Some time has passed since I gave my previous talk. In fact, I was not sure if it is appropriate for me to speak. Besides, I was not sure if I should continue in the same form as in my previous talk. Since this time, I was going to compare the Soto with the Rinzai school. In this short talk, I will introduce the subtle differences between Soto and Rinzai, as I think it would be easier to understand the characteristics of the two schools by discussing the differences in their respective leisure styles. But please understand that my intention is not to judge that one is better than the other whatsoever. For example, there's the word yada, which means night Zazen, and in Rinzai school, it means sitting individually in the hallway of the Dharma hall or in a corner of the temple grounds after the time to sleep has been announced. There is no fixed time to finish. In Rinzai school, where the place relies on koan investigation, there is a certain tendency to think that one must practice individually even though the trainees in Rinzai school live and practice Zazen together in Sodo, the monks' hall, in the similar way as Soto monks. The trainees in Rinzai school aim at developing within themselves the awakened awareness through investigating a koan during their own daily practice and Zazen. Each koan is given by one's own master and later must be answered in front of him in his room. Presenting the right answer to a given koan is the biggest challenge for practitioners. Moreover, they must find the answer themselves in the process of their practice based on the investigation of self. In Japanese, it is called koji kyume. Therefore, one has to focus intensively on the koan without any distraction from others. It is said that such practice is somewhat of a competition with the rest of the community. On the other hand, in Soto school, a different tendency can be observed. As you know, in Soto tradition, yada usually involves sitting for 1 or 2 rounds after dusk. Of course, everyone starts and finishes at the same time. On this occasion, I would like you to think about the significance of Sangha in Soto tradition. In particular, I would like to express my personal views on the first part of the Bendo-ho, or the model of engaging the way, in Taigen Daniel Layton and Shohaku Okumura's translation, where we read that in activity and stillness at one with the community, throughout this and reverses do not separate from the monastery. I suppose in Soto school, the basic approach is to practice in activity and stillness at one with the community. It means all the practitioners get up, practice Zazen, eat and go to sleep at the same time, practicing together. In addition, it is said that standing out has no benefit. So, it is not advisable to separate from the community and practice on one's own. Of course, individual effort is necessary, but I think in this respect, it is different from how Yada is understood in Rinzai school, as I mentioned earlier. Why? Then, Master Dogen, who depended his knowledge and experience on Mount Hiei, Kenninji, Mount Tendo, and other religious centers in Japan and China, denied the idea of standing out from the group. I guess he placed great importance on life within Sangha. In the chapter of Shoujo or Life and Death in Shobo Genzo, there is a passage that says, when we just let go of our own body and mind, throw them into the heart of Buddha, they are set into action from the side of Buddha. Then when we continue to obey this, without exerting any force and mind, we will become a Buddha free from life and death. This may refer to Zazen, but Master Dogen said, as there is an easy way to become a Buddha. Not committing wrongs, being without attachment to life and death, be compassionate for all sentient beings, venerating those above and pitying those below, being free of the mind that dislikes the 10,000 things and free of the mind that desires them, the mind being without thought and without greed. This is called a Buddha. Look for nothing else. This passage tells us how to live our lives. It is inferred that Master Dogen was able to realize a better way of life in the life of Sangha in the dojo. Based on that, I would dare to say that we are supported by living with others in the community. Of course, even if you are far away from your Sangha, I believe that by keeping it in your mind, you can become one with the community. In addition, I would like to interpret House of the Buddha in let go of our own body and mind, throw them into the house of Buddha as Sangha. In other words, Sangha or dojo is the place one throws oneself into, offers oneself to, with the Zen Samadhi as the central part of it. That's why practicing Zazen together with others in the Sangha is so precious. Thank you very much for your kind attention.